Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. Now, in the last part we had a number of things happen. We had Deku, and we also had Ochako. Now, Deku went out to lunch with Ochako and the Osborns, Asui and Harry, and Deku was quite surprised. However, his spider sense went off more than 3 times here, and Deku was concerned. Lately, his spider sense has been reacting to something that he hasn't been able to see, hasn't been able to be attacked by. I mean, is he reacting to a mental threat? Is he reacting to some sort of unknown threat, unknown entity? Something that inhabits the same spatial dimension as him but isn't a physical threat? He's trying to figure this all out. He's reacting to something that's not there, at least not physically. So, what is going on? Now, Deku he even talked to Osborn and Asui about their father's projects. The two had the ideas to revive the Super Soldier project and try to make improvements upon it. Try to put more restrictions on it as well. They're aware of how dangerous the project might be, but they're also aware of how beneficial it might be. And the alternative, or I messed it up, the alternative and the motive for the other project, the one that actually turned Deku into Spider-Man, would be to cure different forms of ailments, such as cancer and possibly even diseases. Now, ironically, the second one turned Deku into Spider-Man, and it actually is the better project. Now, with that being said, Deku he showed them his thoughts about the entire thing. He talked about Captain America and even talked about how it's a bad idea. Because Deku, he's had some bad experiences with super soldiers and genetically enhanced individuals in the past. Now, while that was going on, we also had Morlun. Morlun was still stuck on the radioactive Earth. However, he may have found a way out. And he is hoping it worked, because otherwise, he is dead. Now, Morlun, he was willing to risk it all on this plan, for revenge. And that's what we do actually cut over to somebody else. Somebody else's whose life was ruined because Spider-Man happened to exist. Now, we actually do have Venom. Bakugo Katsuki was locked up in a cell with an insane lunatic. And whenever Venom came for him and escaped, he left behind something. A piece. Nay, a spawn of Venom. Now, Venom gave birth to Carnage, and right now the insane man in the jail cell got his very own symbiote. Now, with all that set up and said, let's go into this one. Now, Izuku is currently swinging over the city, and he's still trying to understand what's going on. His powers aren't on the fritz. His spider sense still is working as normally. However, there are times where it just happens. Times where things just don't add up. I mean, he's not in danger, right? So, what even is going on? And Deku, he has to swing onto a building. Him going to turn and going to start making his way down the side of it. Him going to look around before going to bring his hand out. Him about to grab his mask as he does look around again. His spider sense not going off as Deku he does quickly change. Him slipping on a shirt out of his backpack and then going to pull on some jeans, slipping on some shoes and going to hide his mask and his gloves, along with his web shooters. Now, Deku is going to walk out. Him going to turn and walk into the building, as there currently is a few things happening. Now, Deku, he was asked to do a number of things. And right now, he is stuck on another job. And the Daily Bugle, they definitely know Deku's worth now. The Osborns want his phone number. And Mr. Jameson, he's happy to not provide it, but happy to at least schedule an interview and getting some information, talking to him, and seeing about a few things. And Deku, he currently is going to at least press onto a button. Him right now sitting in the elevator. as Deku, he doesn't sit there. Da 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 da. Now, Deku, whenever he does get to actually walk out of the elevator, he's going to walk up to a desk, informing the person as to who he is as the woman does get a turn, expressing that Mr. Osborne is currently in that room. And Deku, he was actually turn and walk inside. And right now, Deku, he actually does sit down. And there actually is Harry. Harry was typing away at his desk and planning a few things out. He had a lot on his mind, a lot of projects and a lot of plans, things to schedule and things to sort out. And Harry, he was quite happy to see Izuku whenever he arrived. Deku, he was definitely a very welcomed guest. And right now Harry had Deku sit down before Harry flat out made him an offer. He wants Deku to work for the Osborne Corporation, and he's willing to allow Deku to finish his schooling and get his doctorate early if he does at least pass a certain test. So, there's that. And Deku, he does so somewhat stare at Harry, as his presence starts to go off. Him when somewhat turn his head. You alright? I'm fine, yeah. It's just, I don't know. My nerves are acting up on me. Ever get the feeling you're being watched? Sometimes, yeah. I mean, my dad left me a multi-billion-dollar company, and most people think I'm not eligible for my job as a CEO. My position? Yeah. Certain shareholders have withdrawn, and I've had to buy up the shares and gain the majority again. Technically, my family almost owns this entire company. That's crazy. I know. Me and my sister manage it, but things are strange sometimes between me and her. I meant to ask. What is it? The other week at lunch, you said that your father, not our. So, what's going on with that? Oh, uh, it's a bit of a long story and a little bit of a tragic one. But me and my sister are not blood related. In fact, she was brought into my family whenever I was 7, 8. My father remarried after my mother's death, and shortly afterwards, her mother passed. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate, yes. Ever since then, she was left with my father and I. He did his best, and I'd say he made a remarkable woman out of her, as he made a remarkable man out of me. Hopefully, though, we don't follow down the same path as him. Huh. That's sort of strange. What do you mean? I'm just saying. Harry's gonna turn. And right now he's gonna turn and look at something. Deku turning his head. His presence going off. What's going on? Nothing, just... I thought I saw something move. Really? Yeah, it's just... surprising is all. Now, here's a stand up and walk over. Him going to bring his hand out, as right now he's actually pull back one of the curtains. And there's... nothing there. I'm going to turn back. And now he actually is trying to yell out for Deku, as Deku's presence starts to go off again. However, the moment Harry, his eyes widened, Deku turned. As right now there actually was a knife, instead of it being buried down into his shoulder, it was buried directly down into the front of his pectoral muscle. And right now Deku, he actually screamed out in pain as he brought his hand up, him smashing the person across the face, as he actually stepped backwards. Him bringing his hand out and grabbing onto the wound. As right now the person, they stared directly at Deku, before they actually go to walk backwards and go to retreat into nothing. They're invisible. What the hell? Deku is turned back to Harry and telling him that they need to run now. As Deku, he actually then struck directly across the chest, him actually being flown backwards and smashing into the desk. And Harry actually does a turn, him going to run over to Deku and bend down. I'm going to grab him. And right now he actually does a turn and see the thing pop up. As whenever it does start to talk, Harry does actually bring his hand out directly into his jacket. I'm going to pull out a gun. And then he's going to wave it around. As Deku, he's going to look up and see Harry. Harry's in danger. Crap, crap, crap. Who is this, though? Invisible Man? No, 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 no. This isn't good. How is that even possible? Crap, okay, mimicking psionics and bending light around them. But psionics, mental powers. No, no, this person. Deku gonna think. He's about to jump up and reveal his identity, and then he's gonna at least jump to the right and attack, because that's where he hears the voice coming from. And Deku, he immediately jump up, him going to actually throw his hand out towards the voice. And if he does actually strike into something, he sends it flying. And not gonna fall over and smash into the ground. And Deku, the moment he does see an indent in the carpet, he's gonna turn back to Harry. Him talking about how they need to get out of here. And Harry, he actually doesn't argue. And now he's gonna turn and run, as his panic button was set off. Now, right now security, they are on their way. And Deku and Harry, the two, ran into an elevator and went to hide. Now, security was going to deal with that. And Harry was trying to find out exactly what the hell was going on. But Deku was even more confused. His spider sense was reacting to that? But no, that's been going on for... That's been going on for weeks. Oh my god, they know he's Spider-Man. Now, there goes a look of realization on his face. And Harry does get someone turn and ask him, "Is he okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. Just don't pull out the knife. It's kind of the only thing keeping the blood on the inside. You know, you have a real weird sense of humor. I know. Then again, the adrenaline helps, and really, I shouldn't move. I think it struck the bone. Are you sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Just, I gotta get to a doctor. Now, Deku's spider sense is going to go off, and now the door is going to open. The person going to step into the elevator, and Deku, the person, they go to react, trying to ask him if he's okay. And Deku doesn't stare at them. The person, being more genuine as Deku, he does go to look past them, wondering where this person might be. However, their actions with Harry, he's going to see a knife be pulled. And the knife, it is almost driven directly into him this time. And Harry does actually jump backwards, him going to throw out his leg and directly smash into the woman. Her being kicked out of the elevator, as she went out the door, it was closed. And Harry, he turned and slammed for the emergency stop. Now, Deku and Harry, they were both stuck in the elevator. It's locked, and the two can't get out. And Deku, he actually went to go reach for his phone. I'm going to try and dial the phone number for 911. As Harry, he was curious about what Deku was trying to do. Deku isn't following the plan. He's not going through things. They know he's Spider-Man. But is he really that desperate to hide it? Not reveal it? Deku and Harry, they somewhat stood here for a few minutes, trying to figure out what to do. And the moment they actually heard something on top of the elevator, Deku, he actually reacted to it. I'm going to turn and directly smash onto the emergency button to get it to start moving again. And right now Deku, he actually was turning to Harry, trying to tell him, as they heard a metal pole get snapped, or a metal wire, I should say. Now, Harry tried to talk about it. They need to go faster. And he's not talking about falling to their deaths. When they're actually where a floor, the elevator is going to open up. And Deku and Harry are going to actually turn and run out of it, as there is where a few people are reacting to them. And the elevator, it does going to fall, and the emergency brakes do to stop it. Eventually. And right now the two, they bolted their way out of the building. Deku is quite literally afraid. This threat is hiding in plain sight. Or rather, lack thereof. So, he is in some deep, deep shit. And right now, that is the most concerning part about all of this. He is afraid. And Deku, him and Harry, they eventually got into a cab and drove off somewhere. As the police, they were brought to the Osborn Corporation building. And right now this threat was said to be after Norman Osborn. And Deku, he was taken to a hospital, where the doctors, they looked over his injury, and they did actually give him some stitches. And Deku, while he knew his healing factor would take care of it in a few hours, he did this just for show. And sadly, that hurt. A lot. Now, eventually Deku, he left. And that actually was where he tried to think about what to do. If this threat was just after Harry Osborn, they would be after him. But they reacted to his spider sense. So he has to go under the assumption that this is just some sort of villain. Okay, so if his spider sense goes off, he needs to react to it. But that woman in the elevator, she set it off too. And she had a knife. Okay, so the threat is a shapeshifter? Why did he get a fucking shapeshifter as a villain? Oh, God. Of course. For once, why couldn't it just be some ridiculous, silly villain? Like a brick wall, maybe. I mean, he could just knock that guy over and he wouldn't be able to get up. you know, he misses whenever he didn't have to deal with supervillains. And Deku, that's currently on his mind, as he does go to head back home. Now, Deku, he tried to get a few things in order. He went out on patrol, and he even tried to at least warn the two about this, or the Spider family. However, Deku, whenever he went on patrol, a few things started to happen. Threats started to pop up again, and whenever he actually swung to save somebody from a house fire, they were actually able to stab him directly in the side. And Deku, the moment he reacted to that, the person, they tried to attack him with another weapon. However, Deku, he actually turned and backhanded them, sending them flying. And right now, he actually is more concerned about all of that. And we do actually have Harry Osborn. Harry is quite happy. Things are going as planned. Spider-Man is being a pain, distrusting of his own abilities. That's definitely a word for it. He's beginning to lose confidence in his own self. And he can see that. Spider-Man, he hesitated whenever he threw that attack out. And he was concerned whether or not this might actually be a regular person. And that's what they want. They want a public uproar. And Deku, whenever he does get home, he does stay on guard. Whenever Cindy returned, Deku, he somewhat glared at her a bit more confused. And Cindy was a bit more alarmed, before Deku asked her a question. When exactly is his birthday? What? Okay, listen. I dealt with a shapeshifter today, and I think they know I'm Spider-Man. You were serious about that? Yeah, I was. When is my birthday, Cindy? July 15th? Thank God. Okay. Are you okay? I mean, you're shaken up by this, right? Yeah, a lot, yeah. I got stabbed twice today. You were stabbed? Yes, Cindy, I was. It wasn't fun either. I imagine it wasn't. Listen, you'll be okay. I mean, what are the chances that they were after you? Probably high. Cindy, my spider sense has been reacting time and time again to something that's not there. And this time it reacted to something that was there but I couldn't see. I mean, how am I supposed to explain this? Listen, I trust it because it's never steered me wrong. It hasn't? No, it hasn't. I learned to trust it. I mean, I thought it was broken once, and it wasn't. It was reacting to squirrels who were there but unseen. This is exactly that same thing, but literally unseen. Okay, you're freaking out way too much. I'm freaking out the perfect amount for someone who just got stabbed. Twice. Okay, calm down. Listen, just try to relax and figure a few things out, okay? Now, Deku, he doesn't understand. And Harry at least tried to check in. He got Izuku's number, and that was definitely a little helpful. And right now we do actually cut to the Osborn residence. Harry currently does get to sit directly in front of a fire. Him, with his legs folded, as he has a glass of whiskey in front of him. There's a lot going through his own head. He stares at the blaze, and he wonders about the next scheme. He wonders about the next thing to do. He wonders what they should do. And while that's currently happening, we do have a few things happening over with Bakugo Katsuki. Bakugo, he felt better. The symbiote was better and in control again. I mean, back at 100%. Not weakened anymore. I mean, that definitely said quite a bit. But it felt strange. He doesn't know how to feel about it. I mean, he's okay now. He's better. They are better. And Bakugo, he tried to ask questions to Venom. I mean, yes, they have a vendetta against Deku, but he's feeling a bit different about it. I mean, yes, he wants to attack him and beat him down, show him that he's stronger, that he was always stronger. Yes, he knew Deku back in high school, and things are different now. I mean, Deku's Spider-Man and he's Venom. But this wasn't a choice. Venom chose him. And using these powers, they feel good. They feel great. But Bakugo is about to have that put directly to the test. Because Carnage, his baby boy, has arrived. And he says hi to his dear old papa. Now, Venom currently is attacked. And Carnage does what it does best. It goes through a bloody battle with Venom. And, pardon my French, but Carnage, he's savage and ferocious. And he tears Venom a new asshole in this battle. Now, Carnage, he made Venom run off and retreat. Because he feared for his very life. And Bakugo, yeah, Bakugo went into hiding. And Carnage began to actually wreak havoc in the area around. He showed exactly what he could do. Exactly what the abilities of a symbiote could do whenever they're given to a batshit crazy, insane motherfucker. Now, on that note, let's currently cut over to somebody on top of a building. They do sit there, kicking their legs and doodling, as Deadpool does get a notice that he is in a story. Fucking finally! Where have you been? No response? Oh, we're going from my point of view now. I love this. Okay. Let's see. Can I do it whatever I want? No. You're boring. Stick to the script, asshole. You don't have those. Wade, you know the storylines you're involved in. I assume I don't need to explain to you what's happening. Is this a superhero team up? Please tell me it's a superhero team up. I get to see Spidey? Best day ever. Now, Wade is going to stand up. I'm going to turn and actually start to throw out his hands. Him going to take a step forwards and try to keep his balance. Before he does to do one thing. He goes to just jump off to the left and we get the camera. I'm going to fall. Now, Wade, he has a few things planned. And now that he's actually involved here, he wants to try and make this exciting, make this better, make this exciting. And there currently is the voices in his head, which do try to at least tell him, you know, he needs to be careful about what he does. And the other one tries to encourage him to do something crazy, like Days of Future Past, turn this world into a fucking nuclear apocalypse, or maybe just flat out bring apocalypse to this timeline, make the story interesting. Make it more focused on Deadpool and Spider-Man. I mean, there are options. And right now, Deadpool, he does have a good look at the story writer. Him going to narrow his eyes, where he realizes something. He'll erase his mouth if he doesn't follow the script he has thought out. Now, Wade is annoyed. He goes to grumble and kick a rock, before he's going to turn and walk into the city. And right now we do actually have Deku. Deku is swinging through the air. And right now, he does have a lot going through his mind. His spider sense going off as he's going to look around, and there's nothing around. Before Deku does a turn, him going to see the hobgoblin flying around, and the man he currently is running. As Deku, he has a look around and see nothing. And then Deku, he actually does get directly struck in the back by something. Him going to fall, as Deku does feel a bit sleepy. Now, Spider-Man is going to smash Deku onto the ground, and a few people are going to see him. Deku going to turn and get Deku back up. What's going on? Why is he so tired? Him going to turn, bringing his hand out and grabbing onto a dart. Him pulling it out of his arm, as Deku's spider sense just to ring in his ears loud. Him going to turn and dodge out of the way of somebody, as they go to rush forwards with a weapon. And Deku, he actually is going to stare at them. Crap, okay. Healing factor is... Oh shit, a sleep dart. Crap, stop yawning. Okay. Alright. What do you want? Come on now, Spider-Man. You know what I want. I want to drive you insane. Why? Simple. Revenge. A vendetta. Crap, you're one of those guys? Who said I was a guy? Shapeshifter, right. How does that all work exactly? I'm not telling you anything about that. Personal. Sorry? Don't be sorry, webhead. Right now a grenade being thrown into the crowd. And Deku, the moment he was going to see it, he's going to look down. Crap. And right now the actual Deku, he's going to throw himself forwards. Him shooting webs directly onto the grenade. Firing out about 3 bursts of them, and actually going to throw himself down and onto it. As right now the actions of the chameleon, he's going to throw himself backwards, and retreat into the crowd. Changing their appearance as the grenade is to go off. And now Spider-Man, he is sent slinging, flying up into the air. As right now Wade does a sling by on a rope. Him going to actually grab Spidey directly by the back of his collar and swing by. And Deku does feel himself still fading from consciousness. He's fighting to stay awake. And right over the two do to land on top of a building, there actually is Deadpool, who does a turn and bring out his magic satchel, opening it up, and then going to pull out a ton of pre-workout, pulling out a water bottle, and actually going to start pouring into a funnel. Right now, Deku, he actually did a turn. Wade going to shake around the bottle and start to do a bit of a dance. Cucaracha, cucaracha, da 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 da. I don't know the rest of this song. I'm going to turn and hold out the water bottle, expressing, Spidey might need this. Huh? What is that? Trust me, secret recipe. Guaranteed to keep you awake. That guy's a bit, dangerous. And, he just hit you with a sleep dart. What? Sorry, almost bit my tongue. He hit you with a sleep dart. Hang on. Now my breath doesn't smell bad. Still tastes chimichanga. Anyways, webhead. Who are you? Deadpool. Drink up. Now, Deku's gonna pull up the front of his mask. Him gonna turn and grab this, and he's gonna wait. His spider sense does not react, and Deku does actually start chugging. As right now Deku, he's gonna feel his eyes almost bulge out of his head, halfway through the bottle. Him actually gonna turn to Wade, asking how much did he put in this bottle? Oh, you're only supposed to use 1 scoop, not 1 can. Deadpool. You can call me Wade. Okay, listen. Oh god, it's starting to kick in. Oh god. Jesus Christ, is that what cocaine feels like? Nope. You didn't hesitate. What is in there? What's in where? Wait, where did all that... Don't worry about it. We're in a story. You're insane. What are you even talking about? Don't worry about it. Anyways, you're fighting a shapeshifter. Any ideas? Not really, no. I got a few, but it's hard to figure out. And I'm sorry, I still feel tired and alert. Oh God, this is not fun. Yeah, your body's trying to kind of fight off both of those. Both of what? Half a container of pre-workout and a sleep dart. I mean, you're kind of yeah. You're kind of jumping back and forth. Okay, so are you another Spider-Man? Nope. Invincible, immortal mercenary. And sexiest man alive. Right. So, God, I need to get back to my apartment and solve this, okay? I appreciate your help, but how about we part ways from here? Wade, come on. We gotta deal with this together. Besides, you can't beat the chameleon. The who? Chameleon? Shapeshifter? Hides in the dark? I mean, turns into other people? Hides in the day, I guess? Turns invisible? Chameleon takes on the appearance of another person? You know, I think that's the smartest thing you've said since I've met you. Aw, see, I love you too, buddy. Okay, we're not. We'll figure this out later, okay? That's the spirit. See, now we do have just one more problem, and that would be Deku turning his head. And not only does he see Venom rushing off the side of the building, and Deku does have one thought go through his mind. Fuck. Now, Deku, he clearly is not having a good day, and Wade does a turn, expressing, he's got this one, bringing his hand out and grabbing onto Deku's shoulder, pressing onto his belt as the two do to teleport away. And around Venom, he is actually going to look around frantically. Where'd he go? Where's Spider-Man? That on his mind. And Deku, he's teleported back to Wade's apartment, and this place smells rank. Oh God, where are we? Wait, I'm sorry, did you just God, that smells bad. Teleportation? Yup. Anyways, I might have something to do with the chameleon here. How do you have anything here? Oh God, you need to clean this place. Not my problem. I'm going to turn and walk into his bedroom. Him going to look in his closet and right now going to throw out a few things. And Degu's confused. He throws out a movie poster, he throws out a gun, he throws out... Oh, what even is that? Degu decided to look at a toy unicorn. Plushie. And right now he is a bit more surprised. Him going to bring his hand out as right now Deku's person does it go off. I'm going to turn and look around. And Wade does this one step out, expressing, hey, that's a very, very private item. Is that a bomb? No. You hesitated. What is that, Wade? How about you just not worry about that and worry about the guy who might know about your secret identity? How do you know about this? Again, we're in a story. The guy who is writing us, he's trying to just go out the guy who's writing us is trying to go by the seat of his pants, make sure as it goes, and so far, he's done good. Anyways, I feel like he may have captured my essence, sexiness, my swagger. That old word is. Okay, Wade, I'm gonna need you to be very, very, very clear with me. Are you insane? Depends on who you ask. What does that mean? Do you know Logan? I've played poker with him before. Oh, he didn't invite me to poker nights. That's unfortunate. So, you know Wolverine? Yes. And you know heroes? I do, yes. I helped fight off the Skrull invasion. Okay. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, I have one idea, and I feel like you might love it or hate it. You still got that interdimensional traveling device? Okay, I'm just gonna assume you know everything about me. I do best, buddy. You know, I think I've written a fanfic or two about this. Okay, Wade, I'm gonna need you to be very, very serious with me. Can you just be honest with me? Be serious for like an hour, please. How about this? You be serious for an hour and I'll treat you to lunch. Lunch with my best buddy? All right, you got it. So, where should we start? Okay, first of all, how do you even know anything about me, let alone all this shit about me? And about my freaking Spider-Verse event? Actually, that that is a that is a good way to describe it. Yeah, anyways, so we need to go to the future. You want us to time travel? No, what I want us to do is jump into the time stream or the multiverse and jump out in another universe that just so happens to be in our future. Okay, Wade, you're just starting to confuse me a whole lot more. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This might just be a bullshit excuse to get Miguel O'Hara here, okay? Who even is that? Spider-Man of 2099? The future. Yep. Actually, wait. Going into the future, wouldn't that have dire consequences? Nope. Not for us, at least. So it's safe. Should be, yeah. I mean, different versions of you have done it before. You've even jumped to the past. Uh-huh. So what's going on with the inheritors right now? They're trapped on a planet. Okay? They're trapped full of radiation and I don't want to talk about that, okay? Back to this future Spider-Man guy. How is he supposed to help us? Trust me, he will. Then again, how do I look? You look fine. Why? Because what I'm about to do is going to mess us up quite a bit, okay? And I don't want you to question it, but it's a lot more convenient than the other thing I'm about to do. What are you about to do? Okay, so listen. This might just be a convenient excuse, but my belt, it needs to be charged for a minute. And I want to save it for the future so we can find Miguel. So, hold on to my arm. Now, Deku does reach out directly for Deadpool. And Deadpool does go to Express. Okay, so what he's going to do is going to be quite simple. Close his eyes, and they're going to head to his apartment. Okay, fine. You better not pull any weird shit. Deku, feeling the force, pull him. And now Deku's going to open his eyes. As right now, his vision is blank, before he's actually smashed down onto his couch. And Wade is going to land on Deku's coffee table. Ow. What the hell? Deku going to sit up. Oh, God. What the hell was that? Don't question it, best buddy. Izuku? Deku going to sit up. Shh. Oh, no, you're fine. I already know. Who is that guy? Listen, I don't have time to explain. This guy is helping me. Yeah, sorry about that, Cindy. I'll have Izuku back home in a minute. You, you've. Is this a friend of yours? I just met him an hour ago. Not even that. And so far, he's saved my life. Right. So, what are you guys doing now? Well, not to sound like a broken record, but we need to go to the future. So, go find that. What was it? Bracelet, and we'll get going. Uh, right. So, Cindy. Uh, hard to explain, I'm fighting a shapeshifter that can turn invisible and turn into other people. And they've been setting up my spider sense for a while. I know that. Right, right. Sorry. And I'm still. My head is still a mess. Okay, anyways, Deadpool gonna turn, holding out the device, pressing a button as Johnny is gonna walk over, him telling Spidey, and they gotta go. I'm gonna turn and Dorky jump into the portal. And Deku's actually turned away. The two are now flying Dorky through the time stream, and through the space between dimensions. As right now Deku and Deadpool do arrive in the year 2099, and the two are currently falling from the sky. And Deku, he is trying to regain his balance, trying to regain his equilibrium. And right now, whenever Deku, he actually does go to get into a sky falling position or a free fall position, he does actually throw out his hand. And right now, they're actually where he does a swing directly onto a building as him and Deadpool to go to land. And now Deadpool does talk about it, bringing up his hands. Aw, he does care, doesn't he? So, does this count as their first best buddy hug? I'm gonna ignore half the things you say, and please don't feel bad about that. You do that in the comics anyways. Okay. Again, who's this Miguel Hero guy? Right. He's the Spider-Man of the future. And he might just have the perfect tact for us to handle this guy. Okay, so how do we find him? Uh, I never really thought that through. Okay, now with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna leave this here because I'm trying to do my best with Deadpool, and I'm having a bit of difficulty just trying to be random, but also keep this on a straight storyline. I'm having fun, don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely trying my best to just keep things steady and at a good pace. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part. And this is actually really, really fun.